A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description. Chapter 1. From the Epic of the Division of the Cosmos, the Gathering of the Gods, the Rise of Zeus as Leader. The earth had not yet cooled. Blood still clung to the roots of mountains. The birds had not returned, and laughter forgotten. But Zeus did not wait. He stood upon a jagged stone ripped from the heart of fallen titans, his body still soaked in the sweat of war, his breath ragged but unyielding. With a voice like thunder tearing through silence, he cried out to the gods who had stood too quiet for too long. Tyranny has fallen, but if we do not rule, chaos will rise again from the ashes. This was no plea, no proposal. It was a decree, unchallenged, as if the very sky had found its voice in his lungs. The gods turned toward him, their swords still heavy in their hands, their limbs swollen with the memory of battle, but in their eyes, hesitation, and deep in their spirits, the shadow of Kronos still lingered. Zeus was not the eldest among them, nor the wisest nor the strongest, but he was the only one who did not flinch as he stepped toward the scorched throne. He said, "The war is over, but order has not yet been born, and if we let the cosmos breathe without a map, we will become the new Titans." Ares gripped his spear, not in defiance, but like a warrior bracing for a storm. Athena met his gaze with the eyes of reason. She nodded, subtly, as if to say, "The lightning is in your hand, but don't forget, it burns." Poseidon stood apart, his gaze locked on the distant glimmer of the sea. His eyes screamed, "Why him?" But his lips held their silence. And Hades looked at no one, as if the decision was beneath him, or as if the underworld did not care who ruled the land above. Then, Zeus raised his hand, and the wind stopped moving. He pointed toward the mountains and declared, "These are our peaks. From here we shall rule, not with cruelty nor with blood, but with a law stronger than iron." He spoke not for applause, but for a silence that recognized truth. And in that moment, the ground trembled, as if even the earth understood. A king had been born, not through blood alone, but through will. And so, amid the ruins, the first Olympian council gathered, not around a table, but atop the wreckage of tyranny. Zeus stood at the center, lightning in his grasp, his eyes watching time itself, not for what had passed, but for what was yet to come. In that moment, he was no longer just a god. He was a beginning, the voice of an age yet to be spoken. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.